to our channel, Retired and Loving It. I'm Terry.
And I'm Keith.
And today, guys, we're on a road trip. We're in St. Augustine, Florida, and we're gonna tour the old fort. We're gonna take you along with us.
Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button right over here. Give this video a big thumbs up.
Of all the places we visited in St. Augustine, this fort is probably our favorite. To think that it was built in 1672 and still stands today is unbelievable. The drawbridge leads to the fort's only entrance and exit. The 14-foot thick walls give you a sense of the fort's strength. The first room that you enter is the guard rooms. The Spanish soldiers lived in town with their families unless they were on guard duty. During their 24-hour rotation, guards occupied these quarters. They also had a prison where the guards could keep a close eye on the prisoners. Particularly interesting was the carvings you saw in the wall of ships and the things that were etched, burned, and scrawled into the walls that are still there today. Upon entering the exhibit rooms, you discovered the fort design and construction and learned about everyday life in the fort. You also discovered over 450 years of history as you go through the exhibit rooms. You got to view the doors that were installed in 1821. Unbelievable that they're still intact. This would have been one of their storage rooms where food, tools, and other items were kept safe and dry. This bunk would have slept 4 soldiers, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. They would have been considered mess mates.
So is that gun right there?
So no, that's funny. One of my staff just went, so we have this historic weapons training program for the National Park Service because safety is incredibly important. So he just went to it. So this is not the same model as that
Okay,
one.
I was gonna say, that's a pretty old gun.
It is a very old gun. Yeah.
They had displays of various period weapons inside the fort. This was the king's coffer or treasury room. We looked around for some stray gold, but we didn't find any. Discovered this little room that you actually had to squat or get on your hands and knees to crawl and get into. Once we got in, it was just a big empty room. I'm not sure what they used this for. Their toilet situation was quite ingenious and unique. They used the tide to actually flush things out into the ocean. As you walk up to the top of the fort, you can see how massive this fort is. It took 23 years just to build the outer wall, and it was all done by hand.
So what's it called again?
Coquina.
How long did it take to build this?
So they started construction in 1672 and finished in 1695.
The stone fort that stands today is preserved as part of the Castillo de San Marcos National Monument. From its first stones to its later massive walls, Castillo de San Marcos was constructed between 1672 and 1695. Once completed, this structure never fell in battle. You're on top of this fort, you feel like you're on top of the world. It was very impressive. Even their cannons had very beautiful designs. They were very artistic in everything they did. As you walk along the outside walls, you can see indentions in the wall where it was hit by cannonballs. This was very interesting. It's where they would heat up cannonballs and then shoot them at incoming ships. Castillo de San Marcos is actually a national park. You could literally spend hours walking around and learning about people who lived in this fort. We highly recommend seeing the fort. Thanks so much for joining us today on our tour of this awesome place.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us here in St. Augustine, Florida. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and press that subscribe button right over here. Give this video a big thumbs up and please share these videos with your friends.
We'll see you next time on Retired and Loving It. If you'd like to see more of St. Augustine, click the video that just popped up on your screen.